So the saga continues with Naughty Dog as they continue to get worse and continue to strike more people's channels that talk about The Last of Us Part 2. Go figure they would continue this. It's no surprise, and it's just getting worse and worse and making them look that much worse. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So, Naughty Dog has continued to strike channels, and as I stated before in the previous video, it's been wrong. It is against fair use because everybody that has talked about this within fair use. They have had every right to state their opinions on this, and here's the thing, Naughty Dog just comes after them anyways. More channels have been getting struck, and it's absolutely ridiculous what is going on here. Because what the YouTubers that have been struck have been doing, they have been doing this within fair use. This stuff is out in the public. There are articles out there. You don't see Naughty Dog going telling them, cease and desist, like they are with YouTubers, which is utterly absurd. It's ridiculous that they're doing this. And this is only helping their case of making customers not want to buy the game even more. This is further reason to make customers push away from buying the game. Just some guy has been hit, and so this is what he had to say. Care to explain why your parent company is false flagging videos talking about the leaks? You do realize that filing false claims is illegal, meaning Naughty Dog and Sony can be sued, right? Oh, and I'll never buy another Naughty Dog game. You couldn't even give it to me for free. See, this is what is going on. And of course, you see that Just Some Guy shows that they went after his video. I watched his video, by the way. There was nothing in there in terms of clips. He just had nothing but a couple screenshots and talked over it. There was no clips in his video, therefore no reason to hit him with a strike. He did nothing that would have warranted a strike against his channel. Nothing at all. It's absolutely ridiculous. All he and many other YouTubers that have talked about the subject have given their opinions, which there is nothing wrong with giving an opinion. They gave their opinions on the matter, and because of that, they're getting struck. And that is absolutely disgusting, and Naughty Dog is continuing to do this. They are not stopping, and they are continuing to hit channels. It's ridiculous. Here's actually a list, by the way. So, this person, Van City, stated, here's a list of creators your company is wrongfully accusing. D-Day Cobra and GeeksandGamers.com, Mr. H Reviews, Heel vs. Babyface, The Quartering, and Nomalik, and Malink Nath, Just Some Guy, Yellow Flash Guy, Data Racer 117, M101 News, Marita 0001, and, it's just absolutely absurd that this is going on. I mean, yeah, I can understand if a company was upset because their game was leaked. That's understandable. I get that. But unless actual footage of the game, actual clips of the game is being shown, you cannot strike them. Because if they give their opinion, whether they use images, mind you, images, not clips, images, or whether they just talk about it, they don't have any images at all, you can't strike them for that. That's absolutely ridiculous, and that's exactly what Naughty Dog is doing. They are false flagging people for no reason, just because somebody disagrees with their opinion. That Umbrella guy also jumped in on this and said, so now Just Some Guy, Heel vs. Babyface, and D-Day Cobra have been copyright struck by Naughty Dog because Naughty Dog wants people not to buy Last of Us 2. No worries, I'll oblige them. Same here. I'm not going to buy it either because they are clearly wanting people to just avoid their game entirely. So, then there was also a post here. This person said, and the blame game has begun, and Neil Druckmann has actually taken, I guess this was from Instagram, it's deleted now, but he took a quote from Kurt Cobain and basically stated, if you don't like it, then don't buy it. That's basically just saying, hey fans, you know what, if you don't like my thoughts, get out. That's basically what he is stating here by using that statement. Naughty Dog VP and The Last of Us Part 2 director Neil Druckmann previously fired a IST-focused tester. So, this is an interesting story by Bounding Into Comics here, And I gotta say, this really tells you a lot about what's going on in the industry. Naughty Dog Vice President and Last of Us Part 2 director Neil Druckmann confirmed he fired what he described as sexist-focused testers. In an interview with Glixel in 2016, Druckmann was asked how Anita Sarkeesian, good God, talk about cancer, feminist frequency videos influenced him in regards to the development of Uncharted 4. Druckmann responded, "When I'm introducing and describing a new character to our lead character concept artist, constantly she will ask, 'What if it was a girl?' And I'm like, 'Oh, I didn't think about that. Let me think. Does that affect or change anything? No? Cool. That's different. Yeah, let's do it.'" He added, initially, in the epilogue, it was Nate's son. Something similar happened with the mansion they go into. That was an old English guy's house. She asked, "Well, what if it was a woman?" Are you... What? What? Man, this really tells you what's most important to the game director over here, in this case, Neil Druckmann, because if you look at the industry itself, they should be working on making good, entertaining games with wonderful plot lines and excellent characters anybody can enjoy. You don't have a good time with the game, but rather, it makes sense as to why games go over budget and over time, because instead of doing that, they're just working on, oh, well, what agendas could this be? How could we not offend people? Are you kidding me? Absolutely ridiculous. He went on to confirm that he fired at least one of the focus testers for providing their feedback. That's their job. Seriously, that is their job. Why do you fire them because they gave an opinion? Oh my Lord. Are you kidding me? To the point where he had to ask one guy to leave. In his core, it just affected him. He was cursing, "Not you too, Naughty Dog. GD it. I guess I'm done with Uncharted. If you guys ever make another one with his daughter, this effing BS." Druckmann concluded the question saying, and I was like, wow, why does that matter? Why does that matter? Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because, if you want people to buy the merchandise that you care so deeply about, because that's what you tried to push, obviously, well, you got to care about your games, because if you don't make good games, I don't know, maybe the fact that people might not be interested in continuing to support you, because, a good game is what really matters. Not some terrible propaganda you want to throw into a game. Nobody cares about that. People want good games, and then they'll buy your product. Then they'll support you if you do a good job. That's how they'll buy the merchandise that apparently the game industry cares so much about getting out there. If you make a terrible game and you treat your customers like garbage, then, I'm just saying, they're not going to support you, especially if you ruin the very games that they love. They're definitely not going to support you then. Rumor, The Last of Us Part 2 employees could lose jobs if they voice concerns on its story, and from what we're hearing, that rumor has some truth to it, seeing that if Neil Druckmann did fire people, as he stated he did, because they had a different opinion than what Druckmann had, then there's some truth here to this. Following the immense backlash towards Naughty Dog sparked after leaked cutscenes from The Last of Us 2 gave players their first look at the game's questionable plot points and character designs, an alleged source connected to the studio has revealed that the designs of the female characters were intentionally made less feminine in order to avoid offending the trans community. What? That's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, that puts pressure on the artist at that point, because then the artist constantly, while they're working, would mean that they would have to be thinking about how, oh man, this art, how is it not going to be offensive? Oh, I got to make sure it's not offensive to people. Like, that's a problem. That's a very serious problem. And it's a stupid way on how to try to work on making video games. That's just dumb. You shouldn't worry about what offends people. Just make character designs. Who cares? My God. The alleged source, who spoke with Australian pop culture news site Sausage Roll, not the most trusted site, under the condition of anonymity, claimed that environmental surrounding the game's development was very divisive, and how even voicing your concerns on a story will upset certain individuals. It usually results in said person being called closed-minded or even phobic, or some such nonsense. The source explained, I don't doubt, even for a moment, that this leak came from the studio. The Last of Us Part 2 is very divisive, and as you can imagine, some of the team aren't really thrilled to be working on the game. They added, the team is very much divided on the game, and even voicing your concerns on the story will upset certain individuals. It usually results in said person being called closed-minded or even phobic, or some such nonsense. Some people literally have to bite their tongues or fear losing their jobs, even careers, to an outrage mob. See, that's the thing. When you have to sit over here and you're working on a game and you fear offending people, that's not good, and that ultimately is going to affect your game, and it's not going to look genuine. I mean, seriously, this is absolutely absurd stuff, and, here's the thing. When it comes down to it, worry about making a good game. Don't worry about the offensive things that could happen to snowflakes out there. Seriously, make good content. That's all us gamers ever want is a good game, not trash like this. Make good games that people are going to enjoy. Because when you worry about offending someone, well, guess what? This is going to throw you more into the get woke, go broke culture that we know of today, that so many companies are making ethnic departments for because they fear they're going to offend people. Like, my God, this is absurd. This is ridiculous stuff. Naughty Dog is just proving to be worse and worse as a company. And just keep in mind, Naughty Dog, once the genie comes out of the bottle, you can't put it back in. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you were new here, and make sure you were still subscribed because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels. So make sure you were still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like, and also be sure to share the video on social media. Spread the word and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on Discord. We have a wonderful community there. Not only that, but it will keep you up to date on the newest videos and when they will be released, as well as any other upcoming events in the near future. So be sure to follow me on Discord. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow can always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.